Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. We have a video today from manguide.
I'm convinced that all of the good men are either at home, at the gym, or at work.
True.
And the reason why all the women out there are saying, I can't find a good man, where are all the good men at? Yeah, you guys scared them off. A boss babe, I can do it myself statements, and now they're
I
focusing
don't know about scaring us off, but we don't want it.
on themselves, ignoring women, living a peaceful life with a dog instead who actually loves and respects them.
Women are finally waking up and realizing men have gone their own way and are never coming back.
My men.
The whole independence era backfired on modern women, and now they don't know what to do.
Why don't more women ask men out? Because they don't want to. I think the data is something like 87 or 88% of women still would prefer a man to ask them out. And this
True.
gets right back into the conversation about the women's movement and rights and responsibilities. It's like we want the chivalry and the responsibility that we had in the 50s with all the rights that we have today. It doesn't work like that. There is this missing conversation about dropping the proverbial white handkerchief, this collaborative energy that used to exist between.
This is the funny thing, right? Yes, women actually approached first. That was how it was back in the day. Women dropped that handkerchief first to signal to men that, oh, I'm interested. Oh, I like you. Oh, please come and talk to me. Right? That's what the biggest tell is. Women did the approaching back in those days. Men just were very receptive to it. It's like, oh, handkerchief, say no more, my lady.
Between men and women that I think is important. So nowadays, sometimes we say, okay, just keep on asking women out. Keep asking women out. It's okay if you get rejected. But there's a lot of like blindness in that. Whereas in...
that's what I always tell you guys. I don't go approach women blindly. No, I go out about my day, and if a woman maybe gives me some kind of signal, obviously I'm not some Chad, so I can't read all the signals correctly. Sometimes I get them wrong. And I'll just see, oh, she's looking at me a little long. Oh, she's kind of cute. Oh, I think she's looking my way. Then maybe I'll approach, right? They have to give you some kind of signs, because I don't approach people that might not even know that you're there. Like that's the other thing. If someone notices you and kind of sees you, oh, maybe they want you to approach. That there's signs and ways to avoid pure rejection.
In times past, you would get an invitation from her, whether it's through her body language, through her eye contact, and that was her invitation for you to then come ask her out. So it was almost like we're working together to get the job done. And I think we need more of that.
Social media has destroyed modern relationships by inflating the ego of women to an undeserving high. Men can no longer approach a female without getting false allegations pushed against him.
I'm not going to be with you because you didn't find anyone better in the last 2 years.
Right. I don't want to be his backup plan, you know.
Not even his backup plan. I don't want to be the person you come to because suddenly you realize I'm great, right? Love is a decision. Commitment is a decision. You don't commit to someone because you go, I'm never going to find anyone better, right? You commit because then what happens if you do? You commit to someone because you say, I feel it in my bones, I want to be with this person and I'm going to go all in with this person. And whoever comes along in my life from now on, it doesn't matter. It's not about whether someone's better or not. It's about the fact that I've decided to build this relationship.
Damn. Damn, damn, damn. If only if that was the way we all thought of relationships. It's a wonderful way to think about it that way. You know, oh, I found someone. You know what? I like you. There's enough in there. Let's go all in. Fuck everybody else.
Women love to jump from man to man thinking they can find better, and when she realizes that she's getting older, fatter, and uglier, she runs back to her man. Men, make sure you aren't a woman's second option.
What's your type? Can you approach me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. I'll give you eye contact, but it's just like I gave you 3 seconds, maybe half a second, but like you should know that that's enough. Like that is the welcome in. Like that should be.
I mean, a solid 3-second stare. Yeah, it would be one. A half a second. What?
That's just like if I look at you and I look away and like you can't smile to me. You have to like make sure you don't really smile too much, because then that's cringe. It's like,
see, now they're playing games, right? You gotta look at them, don't look at them for too long, don't smile while you're looking at them. You know the best way to look at someone and smile? Like, that's probably the good indicator. Oh, she likes me, or she looks very approachable.
you might as well be approaching them. If now you walk up to me, it's like, okay, you passed the first test. If your ass stands there for another half an hour, ugh.
The entitlement is unreal. Modern females believe they are worth more than men. Even the top high-value man is dirt to her. Leave these delusional women where they belong. Pump and dump them, then kick them out.
I saw a Reddit post that went like kind of banger of this girl saying, I'm out here, I'm 25, I'm female, I'm trying to meet men, but I'm never getting approached. Is there a certain look or energy that I can give off that says I want to be approached? I'm not really into dating apps and I want to meet somebody in person. And she's asking how to do this. And now a man responds, unless a woman gives me an irrefutable sign that she wants my attention, I will
Correct.
never in a million years approach her, because nowadays we are taught that women want to be left alone and we are perceived as a nuisance at best and a threat at worst. And
I mean, this is where the game starts, right? The irrefutable evidence and the in-between. A lot of men are using that in-between. Some getting, called creeps, some doing their thing, some, get rejected still either way. But within that range of some kind of clue that they gave you, again, it takes experience and a lot of misreading actions to understand everything. This is why I think dating is so hard to coach people. There's a lot of nuance, there's a lot of different little experiences that people have to go through to understand it themselves.
And this does seem to be an ever-present trend that I'm witnessing online of young girls getting in their cars or filming a video, a story time
It's always
about
their
meeting a
cars.
man where they say he is a nuisance or he disrespected her or that she's just so annoyed by the presence of men. And they get into the story, and it sounds a whole lot like anybody would approach anyone in trying to just start a friendly conversation, let alone a romantic conversation. And this seems to be a plague amongst men in our dating hellscape these days. Here is another headline. Almost half of young men have never approached a woman romantically. And this is particularly affecting men aged 18 to 25. Have never
Like, again, they were raised in this internet era of dating apps and everything, and me too.
ever, not once, approached a woman with a sort of romantic energy in mind. But we do know that there are women out there who want to be approached, and there are men out there who want to do the approaching. So how do we get these two to meet? I don't know. I'm actually gonna have to rely on you guys in the comments down below to let me know what you can and cannot do.
For years, women have told men to stay away from them. They've told men not to look at them, not
listened.
to approach them, not to even think about them. And now that men have taken the hint and left women in the dust, women don't know what to do and are losing their minds.
I'm very curious, how do guys you're around your age, how do they talk to you guys?
That's the funny thing is that they don't. I have gotten approached at a party maybe twice since being here.
That's wild.
Men don't approach us here.
I have,
Which, is I find funny because there's so many beautiful women here in Isla Vista.
honestly think that might be the problem.
It's always,
Yeah, there's so
every single time we always so many beautiful women here.
many of us here. It's, again, very rare, but the ones who have approached me were like very, very incoherent and very, very drunk. I couldn't really hold like a clear conversation with them, so it's kind of iffy if it even like counts.
Ugly, with nothing to offer, yet she and the rest of women complain about not getting approached. Has she looked in the mirror recently? The majority of women are below average, yet feel entitled to a man of value.
Hey, so you coming back to my place?
Literally our first day.
Okay.
See, this, I get it and I don't get it at the same time. Like, yeah, $50, that's actually like a pretty cheap meal overall, because nowadays everything's expensive. Don't do this. Like, don't expect women to just go sleep with you on the first date just because you paid. It doesn't work that way. If she likes you, great. If she doesn't, you need to find someone else, right? That's just all it is. And I'm not saying that splitting the bill is a bad thing or not. But no, punishing people for not sleeping with you is what I'm trying to say.
This is exactly how to deal with women. Split the bill if she doesn't want to come home, and split the bill even if she does.
That's what I'm talking about. If she doesn't want to, and even if she does, you still split the bill. My man.
Never get played or taken advantage of by a modern female.
That's why I said don't punish them for it. Just move about that way. You're going to split things, you always split things. Not just because, oh, she said I'm not going to sleep with you.
She will suck you dry of everything you have.
The female strategy when trying to get into a relationship with you is to sell purity. I'm a good girl. I'm not like the others. I don't party. I don't do XYZ, etc. And your job as the man is to see if she's telling the truth or not. And the only way that you could properly assess this is by seeing her for a significant amount of time.
Women are master manipulators in this game. She will use you, belittle you, take advantage of you, betray you, and then make it seem like it was her right to do so, and you were the one in the wrong.
That's why I always say 3 years, guys. Vet the person for 3 years plus.
While pretending to be innocent and cute. Women love to appear falsely innocent.
What I can appreciate about Passport Bros is I think it's an effective flag being raised for Western women as well. I'm not necessarily saying that they're going to find someone. I'm not saying that they're not going to get screwed over. I'm not even necessarily saying that I would encourage men to go do it. Like you said, if you want to, cool. The motivation for it is the fact that men are still expected to act very traditionally. They're expected to be very chivalrous. They're expected to be protectors. Maybe they're not expected to provide to the same extent now that women can essentially match them on income. But if that's what a man's duty to you is, to be chivalrous, it's very, very loosely defined what a woman's duty to a man is.
It's very ambiguous.
And that is why I think they go to places where they are actually taught from a young age how to treat a man. What is your duty to a man?
Western women are salty and mad that men are leaving them in the dusty streets and finding women who actually know how to serve a man. This is the wake-up call women need, yet they still won't be able to receive the message.
Do you guys feel like men ask you less questions on a daily basis?
Yes. I hardly ever even ask women any type of questions about them or personality-wise or anything any day nowadays. I'm sorry.
Because I've always wanted to date someone who just seems interested in me as a person or interested in my life, because I'm a very curious person. And as you guys, like, I took a hiatus from men for like 6 months. Like, I'm going on my first date tonight in 6 months. But I've been briefly talking to guys here and there, and I'm realizing, like, they don't ask any questions. It would be even like, what do you have for dinner tonight, blah, blah. Okay, so what's your favorite food? And then...
Because you told us we don't care for small talk. This is the women screwing themselves over thing. All these women say, don't talk to me. I don't need the small talk. Don't talk unless it's meaningful or whatever the hell it is. What you're talking about right now is technically small talk.
Nothing back. And it got to the point where I literally was like, well, I know you're not going to ask me, so I'm just going to offer you my answer to keep the conversation going. Like, I've been saying that to people because it's getting so frustrating.
How does it go when you offer it? Do they respond?
Oh, they think it's hilarious. They're like, ha 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 ha, I didn't even think I was going to ask you. Of course I want to know. And then, like, the conversation continues. Like, they never take it, like, as a slap in the face. But I'm like, that should be as an indicator to, like, try harder.
Men just don't care like that.
He's not asking you questions because he doesn't care about you. You are nothing more than a pump and dump and maybe a booty call down the line.
True.
Men are not stupid. They know that while he's on a date with one woman, she is getting simped and thirsted over by at least 11 other men at the same time.
Ooh, I don't know about 11, but it's up there. You know, it's just men don't care. We don't care about those details, even amongst ourselves. I don't go ask my boys what you have for dinner today and how was work today. Did you have a horrible day at work or something? Like, no, we don't ask those things. He tells me if he wants to, and if not, we just talk about other things. We don't care about small talk like that, at least with women. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.